Tonight on CTV3 News, Orange Walk resident is shot to death inside his home on Progress Street. Police have one suspect detained in this latest murder. The Philip Golston Highway witnesses another motorcycle fatal road traffic accident. This time the victim is a female. Minister Oscar Mira confirms police transfer followed the proper process amid allegations of retaliation. And Santa arrives in Orange Walk Central. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Monday, December 8, 2025.
Looking for quality, tasty, and easy to prepare meals? Look no farther. M&M Frozen Foods, proudly distributed by United Distributors Limited, brings you a wide range of delicious frozen delights, perfect for every occasion. From frozen pizzas, quesadillas, garlic bread, jumbo samosa, cocktail samosas, pizza pockets, spring rolls, and happy noodles, M&M Frozen Foods is fresh, flavorful, and convenient for busy lifestyles. Whether you're planning a quick dinner, hosting a gathering, or stocking up for the week, M&M Frozen Foods has you covered. Available now at leading supermarkets and stores nationwide through United Distributors Limited. M&M Frozen Foods, extensive variety to satisfy every craving.
Attention farmers, the New World screwworm is a serious threat to livestock, pets, wildlife, and humans. It causes yield losses, damages the quality of meat and skins, and can even kill them if left untreated. Check your animals daily. If you see any wounds on them, treat them immediately. Prevention is key. Apply approved healing and fly repellents to the navel of newborn animals after dehorning, ear tagging, or any other practice that leaves wounds on your animals to ensure your animals' well-being. If you notice worms in unusual wounds, report them immediately. Call Baja at 824-4872 or text or WhatsApp 670-7003 or call your nearest Ministry of Agriculture office. And don't forget, never transport or receive animals with injuries. Together, we will prevent the spread of this dangerous disease. This message was brought to you by Baja, OIRSA, AICA, USDA, and the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and Enterprise.
We are the Public Utilities Commission. Since 1999, we have regulated Belize's electricity, water, and telecommunication sectors, ensuring quality services at reasonable rates for consumers. A lot has changed since our establishment in 1999, and so have we. To reflect our evolution and future-focused vision, we are proud to introduce our new identity, where the blend of colors show our balanced and inclusive approach to regulation, where innovation, sustainability, and trust are all equally important. Orange represents the telecommunications sector and symbolizes innovation and connectivity. Green reflects the energy sector, sustainability, and national growth. Blue represents the water sector, highlighting trust, stability, and life-sustaining resources. White symbolizes transparency and accountability, core principles of the PUC. We are the Public Utilities Commission, transitioning to a new look, but our core values remain the same: accountability, excellence, integrity, innovation, and professionalism. Our logo is more than a design. It is our visual commitment to continue to serve the people of Belize with transparency, competence, and professionalism. We are the Public Utilities Commission.
Police rescued a woman who was allegedly held captive and raped repeatedly by her ex-boyfriend.
A few weeks ago, we told you about a teacher in the Corozal district who was accused of rape and sexual assault against a student. Well, tonight it's a principal that stands accused, and the student he allegedly abused is 13. A 17-year-old from the Belize district told police that her father had touched her inappropriately in a sexual manner in July before he raped her at their home on the day school opened.
Real men don't beat up women. Real men don't prey on children. Real men don't abuse and rape and terrorize. Real men uplift women and protect children. It's time to break the cycle. Time to end the violence. It starts with us.
Infrastructure that impacts lives, provides opportunities, and enables the growth of communities and country. That has been the constant mission of the MIDH. The upgrading of the Guinea Grass Road has forged a vital link between the vibrant and productive communities of Shipyard, Guinea Grass, and the rest of Belize, which allows the smooth movement of goods and services. The transformation provided by meaningful infrastructure is very real.
We had really been struggling for transport these hoses on these roads, right? Since we have all the potholes on the roads and stuff like that. We do not have that issue anymore, right? So now when we are delivering our hose, it comes to its location in a 100% complete product, right?
Before this highway came into place, this Tower Hill to Guinea Grass highway, there was a lot of bad things going on in terms of the road. It was bad. Potholes when it used to rain. People used to take a long time to come out and come into the village. And even teachers who are teaching here who have to commute find it very difficult to do their traveling every day.
Una gran diferencia. En el tiempo que estaba la carretera que no estaba pavimentada era demasiado polvo demasiado. Y era como más despacio. Andabas como más lento porque pues no podías ir rápido. Pero ahorita es un gran beneficio, la mera verdad es. Yo creo que es lo mejor que el gobierno ha hecho. Yo estoy muy feliz, muy alegre con él.
Well, now with this highway, now we have a lot of people, traversing the village. And our people in our village who have a small business like fast food, they're benefiting from that, no? Because people stop there in the morning, have their breakfast, and they go and continue their business.
Have business been increasing? Definitely, yeah. We have realized when it comes to our customers, right? So we do not have the problems anymore that customer would say if they would call in, okay, where are you located, right? And I would say, we're located entrance of Shipyard. And then they would say, okay, we have to travel the bad road or whatever. So that's not a question anymore.
In the past, I believe these students used to struggle, meaning going on the bus or traveling on pickup, and it took long, they reached late to their classes. But right now, the transportation is accessible and the highway is accessible. So from Guinea Grass to their destination, to Orange Rock, to the high schools in Orange Rock, it takes less time. Right now, I believe teachers, people smile because it only takes minutes to reach from Guinea Grass to Tower Hill.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. A man was tragically shot and killed inside his home on Progress Street in Orange Walk early Sunday morning. The victim's body was discovered by his common-law wife, who found him after the shooting. At the scene, cops found 14 expended shells. Most of them had apparently hit their target, 45-year-old Barris Anglin. Norma Ruiz reports.
Orange Walk police are tonight investigating a deadly shooting that claimed the life of 45-year-old Barris Anglin, who was discovered murdered inside his Progress Street home early Sunday morning. Investigators say a barrage of gunshots echoed through the neighborhood around 11 p.m. on Saturday, but it wasn't until after 12:30 a.m. when Anglin's girlfriend, Valerie Williams, returned home from work that the horror inside the small house was uncovered. Williams recounted that the moment she stepped onto the property, an uneasy feeling washed over her as the house lights glowed through half-open bedroom windows. She called out for Anglin, urging him to open the door, but the silence that followed only heightened her fear. When she looked through the window, her worst nightmare came into view. Her partner of nearly 3 years lying motionless on the bedroom floor in a pool of his own blood. Desperate, Williams rushed to the open back door, but by the time she reached her common-law husband, it was already too late. He had no pulse.
I may go work, and then when I come home, I made a hail here and answer me. So I see the window open. When I gone by the window, I see a light down on the ground, blood. I never know the back door. I had 2 doors. I have the back door. I never know that may open, and when I jumped the gate and I gone in, and I touch her like this on the right there, so and I said, I said he dead, and I just come out back and I tell my friends they never gone yet because they may come drop me home. They made it outside on the street and I holler and I tell them, please call the police, my boy dead in the room. And then I never gone back inside and I never carry my key.
Yeah. So you have to.
So I holler for he, I holler. He no answer. I say, what? He must have gone out or something. When I gone by the window, but when I come from the world, the top window open, the bottom window closed, the light on. He may have don't close that, he may have to watch movie. And then think, I say, that's funny, why the top window open, the light on? But I in my mind, I say maybe he made a drink and he get high and go sleep. But nothing like that. He nothing made a drink one beer or nothing.
When police arrived, Williams was still shaken by the gruesome scene. She remembered Anglin lying in his blue shirt and black 3/4 pants, surrounded by a pool of blood. She didn't know then how many times he had been shot, only that it was brutal. Police later confirmed that a total of 14 expended shells were discovered, most of which had hit their target.
I never move her. I just touch her and I don't feel no pulse, like nothing. But I don't know. They then say 14 gunshot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see nothing. But my brother-in-law, he gone and he say gunshot in my face.
Was he bleeding a lot based on what you saw?
Well, when I say he made it bleed one lot. I arrived. I come off of the job 12 o'clock. Yeah, I come off of the work 12 o'clock. So by the time I reach home, I take like 10 minutes or so, 50 minutes.
You didn't know how long before that it happened?
No, I never know how long that happened.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how long that happened. But people still are like 10, 11 o'clock. So.
Okay.
In the chaotic aftermath, Williams says she sought help from nearby residents. One neighbor told her he had been speaking with Anglin moments before the gunfire erupted and had also been shot in the leg. However, he reportedly did not alert police following the incident. Officers have since detained him for questioning.
Yeah. But they may have the neighbors, they have one boy who live there and I tell her, I knock the door and I tell her, in him second, we call him second, I don't know how he name, but I tell her that how my boy in the room dead, and I tell her if you hear anything or anything, he say yes, he say he say I get shot too, my foot, and then I tell her and why you never call police nor nothing, and he said, I don't know, and then he just put one bag on the back and he gone. Look like, I don't know if he afraid or what, but he just put one bag on the back and he gone down the street. Police never find him, must like 3 o'clock.
Williams acknowledged that while Anglin was known to be involved in drug activity, he was not a troublesome person. She believes he was killed by someone familiar to him, but could not speculate on who would want him dead.
He no had no problem with nobody. Nobody he no have problem with. I don't know what that the problem. Who do this? But I don't know. He never have problem. He don't know one person will like go boat. He never even go boat. He stay home, lock up.
He never tell you if maybe he may have people over, or would he normally have people over?
No. Nobody go to my house. On my sister's son would have go here and they hang out and smoke a little weed and so. But he know him. He not that person. Got friends. He not like got friends. You know him. He not take friends at all. When I gone by the window, and I see like 2 gunshots on the window. So I basically say that from the window. Because he dropped, it looked like he, by the bed, I find out like this by the side, by the bed. So I say, maybe he made a try and fight it and try come out. But what it puzzled me, when usually I left, he not usually close, bring in the dogs because we put dogs and 2 dogs and still inside. So usually when I would have go anywhere, he bring in the dog and then he lock the doors. Where they puzzle me, I never know that door open because he usually lock the door.
So you think they break open the door, the back door?
They never.
Open it for somebody.
Yeah.
So you think he opened it for somebody?
Yeah, I think, yes, and the dogs, they know that maybe the dog know the person because my dog, them terrible. Then worse the Libron one where I have, he terrible. He want friend you right now, he on the bite up you. Yes, my dog terrible. So that they puzzle me.
Police confirmed today that a suspect has been detained as part of the ongoing investigation. While they have not established a clear motive, investigators noted that Anglin was well known to authorities and had been released from police custody just hours before his murder, after securing bail on drug-related charges.
Investigators attached to the Orange Walk Police Formation are investigating the shooting death of 45-year-old Beris Anglin, which occurred on Saturday, 6 December 2025 in Orange Walk Town. This ongoing investigation commenced on 7 December at approximately 12:30 a.m. when the common law wife of Anglin reported to police that upon her arrival at their residence, she encountered the motionless body of Anglin inside that home with apparent gunshot wounds to the body. Police have since detained one person of interest in relation to this ongoing investigation. Yes, Mr. Anglin is known to police. As a matter of fact, he was charged just a few hours prior for a drug-related offense. He was given station bail and was to go before the magistrate court today. There is no motive so far that has been established. The person of interest that has been detained, interviews will be conducted to him to see how it advances this investigation.
The person detained, the police know if he's a friend of the deceased?
I believe that is the indication.
Reporting for CTV3 News, Norma Ruiz.
A woman was killed in a traffic accident on Sunday evening in Trout Farmer Village, Orange Walk. The incident occurred around 5:35 p.m. on the main road near Paraíso Bar, where 2 motorcycles collided. The impact flung all 3 people involved onto the pavement. 33-year-old Delty Cordova, who was riding as a passenger on one of the motorcycles, sustained severe head and body injuries and died at the scene. The driver of that motorcycle, 43-year-old Jarrett Banks, suffered multiple abrasions and bruises. The second motorcycle was driven by a 16-year-old boy who also received minor injuries. Police say both motorcycles were heading into town from San Jose Village. The 16-year-old minor made a sudden left turn, resulting in the collision. Police have since detained 2 persons in connection with this deadly accident. Charges are expected to be forthcoming.
On Sunday, 7th December 2025 at approximately 5:40 p.m., acting upon information of a fatal traffic accident on the Philip Golson Highway between miles 54 and 55 within the Trial Farm Village, Orange Walk, police visited the area and they observed the unresponsive body of a female who was later identified to be 33 years old, Delty Cordova, a Belizean domestic of Orange Walk Town. Also observed on the scene were 2 motorcycles, both of which exhibited extensive damage. What the ongoing investigation has thus far revealed is that Cordova was the pillion rider on a motorcycle driven by one Jarrett Banks, and the other cycle was driven by a 16-year-old minor who was accompanied by an 18-year-old Nelson Chuck. It is reported that the minor was driving the cycle from the direction of San Jose Village to Trial Farm, and he was on the far right of the road, and it is alleged that he made a sudden turn to the left without giving any indication, and this caused Mr. Banner, who was traveling in the same direction, to collide into the rear of that cycle, resulted in the injuries and the death of Miss Cordova. Yes, police have detained the individuals in this incident, and a notice of intended prosecution have been served on the minor, and the adult in this case was also detained for permitting a person to drive without a valid driver's license. I have no indication on the face of this report whether samples were taken from them.
Police are continuing their investigation into the fatal crash. Prior to the accident that claimed the life of Cordova, there was an accident on the Belize Corozal Road here in Orange Walk that left 2 persons injured. The RTA occurred yesterday morning at around 11 a.m. involving a motorcycle and a car. At the scene of the collision, cops found the black Leafan motorcycle in the middle of the road with visible front end damage. Nearby, a black Chevrolet Malibu was parked at the entrance of Sarstone Street with its rear bumper dislocated. Preliminary investigation suggests that at approximately 10:20 a.m., the motorcycle was heading towards Central Park when the Chevrolet Malibu abruptly turned left onto Sarstone Street. This sudden maneuver reportedly caused the motorcycle to collide with the rear end of the vehicle. Both the driver of the motorcycle and his passenger sustained injuries. We are told that the driver of the Chevrolet Malibu should not have been behind the wheel as his license had been suspended and the vehicle had no insurance. The incident remains under active investigation as authorities work to determine the exact circumstances of the crash. Police have formally charged a 45-year-old man from Progress Street with possession of illegal substances following a search of his home on Saturday. The operation was carried out by officers from the Quick Response Team who executed a warrant at the residence and uncovered 2 small bags containing a white powdery substance believed to be cocaine. Initially, the suspect claimed to officers that he only possessed a small amount of marijuana. However, during a thorough search of his bedroom, officials found the suspected cocaine placed on top of a dresser. The individual was then cautioned, read his rights, and taken into custody. The confiscated substance was carefully logged into evidence and weighed in at 0.42 grams. Subsequently, police swore to the charge, formally accusing him of possessing a controlled drug. A police officer assigned to the Gang Intelligence Investigation and Interdiction Unit has formally challenged his recent reassignment, accusing Police Commissioner Dr. Anthony Richard Rosado of acting maliciously. The officer claims that the transfer was retaliatory following his disclosure of critical information related to the high-profile Budna kidnapping case. In a letter released last week by the legal firm Miles and Banner, representing the officer, it is stated that the transfer took place shortly after he provided specific incriminating details concerning senior officials involved in the highly sensitive Budna kidnapping investigation. The letter argues that the decision was not based on administrative or operational needs, but was instead an act of retaliation. The legal team describes the transfer as fundamentally unlawful, flawed, and an abuse of statutory authority. They also point out the removal of the officer's specialized allowances, asserting that his punitive action was unwarranted and deliberately timed to undermine him. The officer has called for immediate intervention from relevant authorities and warned that he will seek judicial review if the transfer is not reversed. He gave the Compol a deadline of Friday, December 5th. That time has expired, and now we await the officer's next move because, according to the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Oscar Mira, his transfer followed process.
Transfers for police officers is done every year. There is nothing for me to question the commissioners of police transfer policy. I have looked at it, and I think that police officers are transferable. There is a time when the majority of the police officers are transferred, and the letters of intention of transfers are sent. However, for the work of the police department, transfers can happen anytime.
But are you not concerned that this officer believes that he is being targeted because he may have information or know something about the Budna case?
I don't know that he may have been part of an investigation. I know that he was working at the ministry. And as such, when the previous minister moved, then he had to move because then he had no job there at the ministry anymore. He was working with the previous minister. So therefore, transfers happen all the time. I haven't spoken to the Commissioner of Police as yet because he was out of the country. He came in on the weekend, but I am meeting with him this afternoon to discuss and just to make sure that everything was done as per regulations in the police department. I don't believe there's any targeting at this point. I think that just a routine transfer that happened since he was at the ministry and Minister Musa was no longer there.
His attorney has written and asked that the transfer be rescinded, I believe, by Friday that just went. Obviously, that's not happening, but are you concerned that they may go into a legal battle?
I spoke to the acting commissioner of police last week, and they are prepared to defend that decision that was made by the commissioner of police. I think as I was told, they have all the documents in place. As I said, if you're in the police department, you can expect to be transferred at any time.
U.S. Treasury Affairs Catherine Beamer met with Prime Minister John Bursenio a few weeks raising questions about the nature and substance of their discussions. The meeting held on October 30th occurred against a backdrop of significant political fallout following the resignation of Agriculture Minister Abelardo Mai. The timing of the meeting is notable, coming and heightened political tensions linked to Mai's resignation. Mai stepped down in mid-November with official statements citing health reasons for his leave of absence. Prime Minister Bursenio explained that Mai had fallen off a horse roughly a year prior and now requires surgery on his lower back. Today, reporters sought clarity on the details of the meeting, but Beamer declined to disclose specifics, emphasizing the strong relationship between Belize and the United States. However, Mai's resignation was preceded by intense controversy. In October, he publicly rejected a viral social media post that falsely implicated him in criminal activity, calling the claims highly defamatory. Mai insisted he categorically denies all allegations. His appointment as Minister of Agriculture was formally revoked on November 18, 2025 by Governor General Dame Froila Zalam acting on the Prime Minister's advice. The political landscape remains tense as the country navigates the fallout from these events. The exact impact of the U.S. Embassy's engagement and the details of the recent meeting with Prime Minister Briceño continue to be closely watched by political observers and the public alike.
I have an excellent relationship with all of the Belizean counterparts. Everyone here has been very warm and welcoming to me. I arrived here in Belize about 3 months ago. I spoke about a range of topics with the Prime Minister. I don't feel comfortable speaking about any specifics, but the United States and Belize enjoy a really robust partnership, and certainly, countering narcotics trafficking and improving the relationship between Belize and the United States are some of my foremost priorities.
Coming up next, a new forensic scenes of crime office for Dangriga. Stay tuned.
All I need this Christmas time is to keep your heart near mine. Smart's the way I'm gonna reach you. Every message, every call. I don't need a gift to hold, just a voice that feels like home when the data's flowing through. Smart's connecting me straight to you. May every hello I miss you, every Merry Christmas too. Through the season warm and bright, Smart connects our hearts tonight. All we want this Christmas time is that feeling so divine. Sharing joy across the nation, Smart connects our families. Keeping every heart in touch, so much when the data's flowing through. Smart's connecting me straight to you.
May every hello I miss you and Merry Christmas find its way through.
Because no distance is too far when we're smartly connected.
Merry Christmas!
Smart, bringing people together.
On the night of December 20, step into a world of wonder, magic, and sparkle with Centaur's annual Christmas parade. Let's light up Orange Walk Town with shimmering lights, joyful laughter, and festive surprises as the magic of Christmas rolls through town on December 20. Decorate your floats with glittering ornaments, cheerful characters, on all things merry and bright. Register now by calling 670-9177. Center's annual Christmas parade, where magic, joy, and community come together. Are you dealing with a fracture? At Sugar City Medical Center, we care about your recovery. Introducing our Fracture Care Package. For just $100, you'll receive a free orthopedic consultation, 2 x-rays, and a densitometry ultrasound, all designed to get you back on your feet faster. This offer is only available for patients with fractures and is valid until December 18th, 2025. Don't wait. Call Sugar City Medical Center today and take the first step towards your healing, because your health is our priority.
I present to you Her Royal Highness.
I want to try something different.
Nice parking.
Thank you.
You missed a spot right there.
Plot twist.
Wow, you look beautiful.
Giddy up.
Knowing that you make a difference is what keeps us going.
Oh, Philadelphia is starting to feel like home.
Let's make it the best Christmas ever.
It is truly an honor to stand here today as a part of the Cell Phone Repair Training Program. A program that has not only taught us a valuable technical skill, but also empower us as women to step into a field that is often seen as male-dominated. We learn how to open up phones, identify parts, common problems, and even fix these issues on our own. We have not only learned a new trade, but we have proven that women can do anything we set our minds to.
I am forever grateful for this experience. This course was amazing, and I bet these ladies have that knowledge now, and nobody's gonna take away that knowledge that we have.
So it's an opportunity for you to start to figure out the way forward and to be able to market to your community.
When women are empowered and they're productive, they produce, GDP grows, and we're all more productive and better off as an entire country. So they're investing in you, and they fully expect that you guys are going to go out and work and make your community better, make your families better, and then the country as a consequence is going to be so much better because of your hard work. I want to thank you for believing in yourself, for having the confidence to at least attempt something new. And in the future, I want you to continue to take chances, to challenge yourself, not to underestimate what you can do and try new things. Because a lot of times, people need just one chance.
On Monday, December 8, 2025, law enforcement officers from the Mobile Interdiction Unit and the Highway Interdiction Team carried out a search at the residence of Jean Peraza in Palmar Village, Orange Walk District. The search was conducted with Peraza present, leading to the discovery of a black 9mm CZ pistol. The firearm was found to contain a magazine loaded with 3 rounds of 9mm ammunition. Following the find, Pereza was formally charged with possession of a firearm and ammunition without the necessary licenses. The firearm was secured in Pereza's presence and is set to be sent to the National Forensic and Science Services Laboratory for ballistic analysis. A young man from Orange Walk Town has been detained and formally charged following an early Saturday morning incident involving a motorcycle crash. The incident occurred around 2 a.m. on December 6th when officers on motorcycle patrol observed a teenager speeding and swerving along Aurora Street. As they attempted to approach him, he swiftly turned onto Guadalupe Street and continued at a high rate of speed, refusing to stop. Shortly afterwards, officials found him lying on Smithsonian Street after losing control of his motorcycle. The teenager sustained minor injuries and was found to have a strong odor of alcohol on his breath, coupled with a slurred speech. He was then informed of the charges against him, cautioned, and taken into custody at the Orange Walk police station. Following the arrest, the individual provided a urine sample to officers. He was transported to the Northern Regional Hospital for medical evaluation, after which he was charged with operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated and reckless driving. Dangrega has taken a significant step forward in its criminal justice infrastructure with the inauguration of its own forensic scenes of crime office. This cutting-edge facility includes vital features such as a dedicated office space, a bathroom, a kitchen area, evidence drawing cabinet, a fuming chamber, and an evidence storage refrigerator. As the ninth such facility in Belize, it will enable local investigators to efficiently collect, analyze, and safeguard evidence from crime scenes, thereby improving the accuracy of offender identification and providing deeper insights into criminal motives and methods.
This has been long in the making. It's been years that scenes of crimes needed an adequate area to do their work. And I think that today proves that with partnership, we can get things done. Today it's proof that we're ready to work. We're ready to ensure that the citizens of this country get the adequate support that they need. The police department, along with the scenes of crimes, for me, it was long overdue, and I am glad that today we can see the fruition of that work that has been done for so many years.
How will it enhance the work of the scenes of crimes, and do you believe it will lead to maybe more convictions?
Yes, of course. They now have an adequate, purposely built area for their work. As was explained this a while ago by the director, it is going to make the work easier. It's going to make the work more secure. And now, with the adequate infrastructure in place, we know that there can be more forensic-based evidence taken to the court.
What are some of the equipments that will be in the building, and is there any additional that you're expecting in the near future?
Yes, it's a work that continues. This morning, we as we went on the tour, we have seen new equipment. We have the area where you can put, you can dry your evidence, blood, other DNA fluids that can be dried and can be used for evidence. There's also specialized refrigeration and storage for all the technicians that are here. So indeed, it's going to improve the work that they do. It's going to improve the evidence that is collected and make sure that the custody and the custody of chain is taken care of in a very professional manner.
The new office was officially handed over today by U.S. Treasury Affairs Catherine Beamer, who also presented the specialized equipment supporting forensic investigations. The total value of the new setup exceeded $370,000 US, reflecting a significant investment in Belize's crime-fighting capacity.
Well, as you know, our administration is very focused on countering the narcotics trade in Belize and also reducing violence and crime. And in concert with our Belizean counterparts, we noticed that Dangriga lacked adequate infrastructure for forensic science. And so we invested around $740,000 Belize dollars in this new facility with state-of-the-art equipment, and everything is built in compliance with international standards so that all of the evidence that's collected during crimes can be stored properly and provide ultimately for better prosecutions and convictions and serve as a... But our partnership with Belize in this area is very long-term, so our team at the embassy will continue to work with Belizean counterparts and develop future projects. That's very much still an ongoing process. But you can rest assured that we're going to be still investing in this type of work in other places in Belize in the years to come.
In her remarks, Charge Beamer emphasized that the facility represents more than just physical infrastructure. The state-of-the-art center symbolizes the strength of our partnership and reaffirms the shared commitment between the United States and Belize to uphold the rule of law, advance forensic expertise, professionalize criminal investigations, and improve the delivery of justice across the country, she stated. The U.S. Embassy expressed pride in collaborating with Belize to combat criminal activity and bolster regional security. The establishment of this forensic facility marks an important milestone in Belize's ongoing efforts to modernize its law enforcement capabilities and promote safety throughout the region. For more than 2 weeks now, Honorable Oscar Mira has been manning the Ministry of Home Affairs while the appointment of his new Chief Executive Officer, CEO, remains pending. Currently, CEO Francis Usher from the Ministry of National Defense and Border Security is acting CEO for the Ministry of Home Affairs, but that is expected to change soon, says Minister Mira.
I have a discussion with the PM. As you know, he's the one who appoints CEOs, and we do have a very good idea as to who we want to come here, and it's just for us to sit down and agree, and PM will do that appointment soon.
You know, oh, so you don't have a date in mind?
No, not yet. I'm supposed to meet him, if not today, tomorrow during cabinet, and we will have a CEO very, very shortly.
Christmas may still be a few weeks away, but in Orange Walk, Santa Claus is already in full gear, spreading joy and surprises to the children and families of Orange Walk Central. This past weekend, the jolly old elf was kept busy as Prime Minister Honorable John Briceño, along with the Orange Walk Central Executive Committee, hosted their much-anticipated annual Christmas celebrations. The festivities kicked off on Thursday at San Lorenzo housing site, where Santa arrived with a sleigh full of treats and surprises, delighting the excited children and their families. On Saturday, the celebration moved to San Esteban Village, where Santa, his elves, and PM Briceño continued to hand over prizes, gifts, and festive cheer to everyone in attendance. Sunday night saw the grand finale at Philip Alvarez Park. The turnout was the largest of the weekend, with children eagerly awaiting their turn to meet Santa and receive their gifts. Among the crowd, Prime Minister Briceño shared that after more than 30 years of hosting Christmas parties in his constituency, the tradition continues to be one of his personal favorites.
As we know, I mean, this has been a tradition that we started probably around 1994. And I was taking pictures of some babies, and they're telling me, you took a picture at me when I was a baby like that. So it makes you realize that, you know, how time just passes by. And I still can't get over this feeling of happiness, gratification, that you're with all of these boys and girls, and even with their parents now. And it has become a tradition for us. So something that we look forward to every year. And once again, it's been a massive success. I want to thank all of the people that helped to make this a reality, especially to our executive in Orange Walk Central, who have been working very hard probably for the past 2-3 weeks. And so I can't find the right words to be able to express how grateful I am and how happy it makes me to be here among all of these children and their families. I think pretty much every year you feel a sense of, you sometimes you don't see people probably for the whole year, and then when they're here and they come and say hi, they hug you, they talk to you, they laugh, and we talk and joke. It's a great feeling, and we have this every year, and I don't get enough of it. And so when then we meet here, and we've had already in the Philippines, we had one in San Lazaro housing site, and guess what? A lot of people from Charlton, from Blackwater also come and join us. And I was joking with the area rep with Monchat, and Monchat, you have to come and celebrate with Ikalal. A lot of the people are here with us. And then we were in 37 yesterday, and here we are culminating the last of the 3 parties here at Philip Alvarez Park, here at the Dome. Some people are suggesting maybe we should go to the schools and give them goodies bag. But I'd rather have it like this, because then the parents come also. And it gives me an opportunity to be able to meet the parents and to talk to them. And so I don't think I want to change this tradition. I want to continue it. And it gives me the chance to be able to reconnect and to talk to them. And to be able to wish them a Merry Christmas personally. So we're going to continue this. God willing, next year, we're going to be here doing this all over again.
The celebrations weren't just for the kids. Parents and guardians also received the generous gifts, including flat-screen TVs, stoves, and refrigerators, ensuring the spirit of giving touched the entire family, which was made possible through the collaboration of the business community.
This is not possible without the support of the business community, and I'm very grateful for the support they've given me way back since probably 1994. And so it can only be as successful as the help that I get from the business community, and so without them, it would not have been as successful as it is.
Even after 3 decades, Prime Minister Briceño says that connecting with the people of Orange Walk Central remains one of the most rewarding parts of his responsibilities.
I've always said Christmas is a wonderful time of the year, and it makes me have some flashbacks and for me to remember when my sons, who are young men now, when they were kids. Christmas is the most exciting time of the year in our house, and we'll be playing Christmas music and just talking about Christmas, watching Christmas movies and so forth. Now they are big, they are adults, and now I have a granddaughter, and she's all excited about Christmas. So I'm reliving that now through my granddaughter. So it gives me the opportunity to be able to say to all the parents, to all the residents of Orange Walk Central, to all my friends in this community, and even beyond Orange Walk Central, to wish them a blessed Christmas, a happy Christmas, and for them to remember, for all of us to remember, to take a little time of reflection. This is the time when our Lord, our God, sent His only Son, and we celebrate His coming to earth to be able to give us that everlasting life. And so we need to remember that. But at the same time, Christmas is for children. You can't tell the difference between the issue about Jesus coming here, or baby Jesus, and wanting to give. They want their gift, and they want to be happy, and they want their goodies bag, and they want their apple and their grapes. And so we need to make it special for them. So to the boys and girls, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. And as we come into the new year 2026, new challenges like always, but we're going to meet those challenges together. And I am confident that as Orange Walk Central, as a community, as a country, we are going to be able to meet those challenges and to have a wonderful, happy, and healthy, successful 2026.
Thank you very much.
The weekend wrapped up with joyful scenes of PM Briceño handing out gifts, mingling with children, and sharing smiles all around. Proof that the magic of Christmas is alive and well in Orange Walk Central. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
This season, a Christmas surprise awaits. With Santa Claus, 12 spins of Christmas. Jingle all the way to a happy holiday by keeping your account up to date. From December 5th to the 19th, join us live on Center's Facebook page for an opportunity to unwrap one of 12 fantastic prizes. The final magical spin will be on December 24th. To make your holiday even brighter, Centaur's sleigh is also packed with $3,000 cash giveaway. 3 lucky winners, one from Corozal, Ladyville, and Orange Walk, will each receive $1,000. The draw happens on January 5th during the Despierta Belice morning show. This year, celebrate the magic of Christmas with Centaur, where your happiness and satisfaction is our greatest gift.
Basketball fans, the NBA season is back and more electrifying than ever.
Forever.
Witness every battle, every dunk, and every overhead and back pass with Centaur's Express Plus app. This season is a must-watch event packed with heart-stopping moments and unforgettable plays. Don't miss out. Stream all the action live on the Centaur's Express Plus app.
Hey, drop James Harden's ass!
Express Plus, your front row seat to the 2025 NBA season.
Belize Electricity Limited BEL has announced that Andrew Marshall-Leck will step down from his role as chairman of the board of directors at the end of 2025, with his tenure concluding on December 31st of this year. Joining the board in December 2020, Marshall-Leck has played a pivotal role in guiding significant enhancements to Belize's electrical infrastructure. His leadership saw the expansion of power generation capacity by 30 megawatts and the addition of 92 MVA of transmission substation capacity, resulting in a more resilient network with over a 30% decrease in outages compared to pre-2021 figures. The company's statement highlights that under his stewardship, BEL achieved a historic milestone by signing the nation's first power purchase agreement for a utility-scale solar facility. Expressing his gratitude, Marshall-Leck remarked, "I am thankful for the opportunity to serve and for the chance to collaborate with many talented managers and staff at BEL. They, along with the people of Belize, truly deserve a successful and sustainable energy future." The reasons behind his departure have not been disclosed. Replacing Marshall-Leck will be former CEO Lin Young, who is set to take over the chairmanship. The Ministry of E-Governance, in collaboration with the Belize Robotics Federation, delivered a full-day VEX robotics build and training session at the Fort George Digital Connect Center on December 6, 2025, with the support of Minister Henry Charles Usher. Students from Belize High School and St. Catherine Academy worked side by side to build and test the VEX CTE work cell and the VEX Clawbot, strengthening practical technical skills that support Belize's workforce pipeline in engineering, automation, and problem solving. The Belize Robotics Federation gives specific recognition to CEO Jose Urbina for his leadership, coordination, and steady support from planning through execution. His support, along with the work of his team, ensured the center was fully utilized as a national training hub for its launch. The Belize Robotics Federation is led by President Jamie Usher, Vice President Godfrey Sosa, and Secretary Luis Silva. The Federation will support the national rollout to all Digital Connect centers as area representatives identify a local champion at each site. Each champion will be trained by the Federation to lead safe, consistent robotics programming and ongoing student training. The Ministry of E-Governance and the Belize Robotics Federation thank VEX partners Mr. David Feeney and Mr. Eli Osnorio for their technical guidance and continued commitment to Belize's youth. This collaboration aligns with Plan Belize 2.0 by strengthening skills development, digital inclusion, and national capacity building through hands-on learning. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Tuesday, December 9th here on CTV3 News and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at CTV3BelizeNews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3BelizeNews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.